Hey folks, welcome back. So let's just dive straight into it. As we all knew, the FTX token, it was going through a bit of a liquidity crunch, and CZ doesn't play around, and this is always something that I've always found mysterious about the whole LUNC situation, and this has made me think even deeper on it as how quickly he was to see that there's an opportunity to not only own the token but be the good person once again, and making himself look all the more better to the overall community. Now, this is pretty big because it's making the rest of the market shoot upwards, and this is what happens. The reason why these things happen, no one can explain it. It's just one of those things. Now, BNB in itself is rocketing up right now, and that's totally normal because that's a bullish sign for BNB holders because, Czbinance has just acquired another coin or token. So it's across the board, even Bitcoin shooting up. These are all on 30-minute charts. Everything is shooting up. So once again, sorry for my lack of input. Like I said, I'm currently balancing between two things at the moment. So as it stands, I'm seeing a lot of this kind of, when funding for TR and stuff like that. And it feels like there's nothing even like going on anymore aside from these funds and how are they going to get funded and stuff like that. And I'm just a little bit confused about the Neblio deal myself now. YouTube channel they've created, the multiple nodes they're running, all the donations they've received. Like, where does this stop? Where does this stop? Like TFL themselves, right? They obviously don't just profit off the community at every turn. We've got the lottery system going, which people keep begging me to cover on the channel, but it's illegal for me in my country to cover any kind of lotteries as such, just because you need licenses in my country to even try and promote something like that. Lotteries are really, really touchy subject here in the UK. Anyone that hails from the UK would know that. So I'm super confused, and I'm really wanting things to move forward. And people are messaging me and they're saying to me, can you do more content on how to create projects like you've created with LUNC Penguins and LUNC Blaze? And my honest response to this person was, I would love to, but I just don't have the time. Like, I don't have enough time anymore to, like, I'm not like all of these other YouTubers. Like, I really, I feel like I, in a sense, got ahead of myself. And I'm just not like these other YouTubers, and we don't kind of hail from that same background. We don't have a broad community, and a lot of the community that came to HCC, I've noticed, were more or less, these kind of not paper-handed people, but people that were just there for the significant pump that was going to happen and for the burns that were being contributed. And we're really seeing a lack of interest in Lunar Classic, and it really is just lack of movement. So I myself, I would love to, but we lack developers, we lack funding for starters. I mean, we've built every single project we've built has not been built around us or to benefit from the community. It's actually just been built to help the community. We've never kind of done this, and I've been going over everything with the NFT project and stuff like that, and I'm gonna have to have a rethink, a reevaluate on exactly how it gets marketed, the fine lines and everything to do with that staking module, because there are laws that I need to abide by here in the UK, and I'm not one of those people to break the law and then figure it out later. I've done a lot of research, and I knew it was going to be touchy, but as it stands, I'm just not willing to go forwards and release an NFT project without a utility, and without that utility use case, there's just no reason for me to release a project, because I'm not one of these people that wants to profit off of the community. It's as simple as that. So in itself, FTX token could just rocket back up to 26. It could carry the market up. It could give us a really green move moving upwards. But at the same time, this could all just deflate as quick as it inflated. So it's a really shaky time at the moment. That FTX really did scare and shake the market, and the market was reacting on a broader scale. You could see that with crypto bubbles and everything else across the board. Now, going over to Terra Station, if we go to stake, you'll see that Terra Station has been updated, and this is, as you can see from the title, this is like the daily Lunar Classic update. I'm just kind of bringing you in on everything that's kind of going on today, involving Lunar Classic and kind of outside of it. But Terra Station has been updated, and we are now seeing all of the rewards, the uptimes, and the correct percentages for the voting power and stuff like that. It's really nice to see the logo showing up on there. I was always worried it was going to be so small you wouldn't be able to see it, and it would just look like a squiggling kind of line thing, because sometimes it looks like when I bunch it up too much. But really happy with the amount of people that have delegated with us and supported us. And I just want you guys to know, we can't go any ever higher than 10%, even if we wanted to. The commission rate will only ever stay at 5%, or we'll drop it down to 4% as our vote power gets higher to better, suit our delegation's needs. In itself, the uptime, it could go down to like 99.60%, but you rarely see 100% uptime. I think it's more new nodes that see it like this. So we'll have to see what happens. Really excited. Yeah, as well, someone said, oh, you've got loads of coins delegated to yourself. Look, it says you're delegated. Yeah, 1,000 Lunar Classic coins, dude. So the volume is something that I wanted to quickly touch on, and the reason being is, if we set it to the 30 days, it really does look like a pattern's emerging, where you see that, and there's a lot of people saying about the Binance ban, and we'll get onto that in a second, but we're kind of seeing a pattern. You get them days where it's touching, it's very similar, so hopefully it does start to move up, and this 0.2% burn tax really does start to help benefit the system instead of crushing it. But as it stands, the volume was like this even with the 1.2%, so it throws in so many different kind of questions, quibbles and quandaries in that sense. Now, Binance haven't burnt this week, and I can honestly say to you guys, I've failed to mention this in videos time and time again. Binance are burning monthly. I think I mentioned it once or twice, but didn't really dive deep enough into it. They're only burning once a month. From where I'm sitting, it's less manpower that they have to commit to doing this, and obviously doing it once a week every week was getting irritating for them. And for these big businesses, they are all about the money, so wherever they can cut corners, slim down handling and everything like that, the amount of times a human has to go and do something, the better for them, because then it's less money they're paying out in hours for staff. Really excited to see what happens from this FTX token, because things like this have a tendency to just kind of put a good mood into the market. And with CZ buying and acquiring this, and they're going to be doing a D&D in the coming days, so you'll be able to get all of the ins and outs as to what is actually going on. But it's a full acquire of ftx.com, so in itself this is nothing but bullish for people who are BNB holders or knock around on the BNB chain. But it is dragging the rest of the market upwards. I'm really enjoying this. We did really need something to kind of bring us back, and hopefully we're going to start getting somewhere with the funding situation, as to which how they're going to get funded. I'm seeing all sorts of different things, like about a tax being put on all validators, as to which they'll need to pay that to the developers. And that in itself is very that's a lot to ask from every single individual validator. Like, a lot of the validators on that list aren't even at a profitable stage. A lot of them are burning as well, so they've also got running costs. And developers are very important, yes, but validators are just as important, and validators have their own development teams. They all do different things. Like Orion Money was huge before the crash, absolutely huge, but all of these nodes, they all kind of do different things. I mean, our node in itself has brought you LUNC Penguins and LUNC Blaze, and we'll be bringing you more things if we can get the funding together for those different projects. But as it stands in the crypto environment, the one thing I have learned is that you need money to basically be successful, to be able to source funding for projects, back things up, hire devs for different kind of things. So you've got different outlets and stuff like that. And it's just not, we're not there yet. I wish we was, I really do wish we was, but we're not there yet. And I just can't get ahead of myself anymore. I need to be realistic, because I'm just the same as everybody else. I've got bills, I'm 30 this month, and I've got a family to support, so to speak. But that's all my kind of stuff. But moving forward, the node is doing so well. First burn coming on the 26th of this month. And like I've always said, and I have no doubt when we do our first burn, people are going to be like, is that it? Is that all you're going to burn? And it's like, you know, we need more people to delegate with us to be able to burn more. And it's such a simple equation in itself that you earn and we burn. And it really is as simple as that. So remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody's pretending to be me. And I'll catch you in the next one.